Players are always overlooked, and today we're going to look at 5 guys that are currently being overlooked in 2020 NBA mock drafts. These 5 are not necessarily top picks, but they should be higher. For whatever reason, the basketball community doesn't think as highly of these guys as I do. In this video, I look into the potential career and best fits for 5 prospects that are currently being slept on. This list is in order of where they are listed in the mock draft. Jordan Nwora is a 6'7" small forward from Louisville. He's a junior from Buffalo, New York. Jordan is currently projected in the early 20s for the NBA draft. He's been Louisville's star the past 2 seasons, seeing 31 minutes per game. This season, in 13 games, he's averaging 20.2 points with 7.2 rebounds. He's shooting 46.7% from field and 39.5% from 3. Just from looking at the numbers, you can see that his shot has improved significantly from last season. He's putting up more points, shooting 2.1% better from the field and from behind the arc. From watching film, you can see that Jordan's defense is okay at best. He doesn't give full effort all the time defensively, but when he does, he's an excellent shot blocker. He is good at being a pain to opponents and getting steals when he can. He is averaging 1 steal per game and only 2 fouls per game. When you see Jordan play, he can easily become a role player at the next level. Although he's used as Louisville's star, I don't see him becoming a star in the NBA. He is quietly athletic and will have occasional dunks. His ball handling isn't average, as he typically does not create for others, but will use dribbling moves along with his size in transition to score. In half-court sets, he is often the recipient of the ball and not the primary ball handler. He will occasionally ISO and look to score. Nwora reminds me of Wilson Chandler during his time in Denver. Chandler was getting 30 minutes a game and getting around 13 to 14 points with solid shooting numbers. He would grab 6 just rebounds and help the team win. I see Jordan surprising people in the summer league as he earns himself a solid role on a mid-tier team. Jordan would fit well with the Pacers and could eventually take over T.J. Warren's role in a year or two once his contract expires. Jordan would fit well as a starter, but once his rookie deal is up, he seems like the type of guy that would leave his drafted team seeking a larger role on a bad team. I think Jordan will end up being someone who surprises everyone in the beginning with unexpected results. Jordan Nwora will be a great role player in the right system. If the Indiana Pacers and Nate McMillan can get Jordan, will be a great steal for them. Ashton Hagans is a sophomore guard from Kentucky. He has an insane amount of potential. He has a gift of incredible defense. Hagans is averaging 2.1 steals per game in 32.8 minutes. He just needs to polish his offensive skills. For most players, it's the other way around. Good offense and bad defense. Just look at James Harden for an example. Hagans is shooting 47.2% from the field and only 30.8% from 3. He's averaging 13.4 points along with 7.3 assists. His issue is the 3.2 turnovers per game. Hagans reminds me a lot of De'Aaron Fox, a starting defender that needs a little work on the offensive end. Hagans is projected to go in the mid-20s. He seems like he would be a good fit with the defensive ability in the Clipper organization. He could receive some veteran leadership from Pat Bev to sharpen his defense and Lou Will to help his offense. With the Clippers selecting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the 2018 draft, it is very likely that they would select another Wildcat in Hagans. Hagans, in my opinion, would fit great there. With so many great defenders, he would have the freedom to go for steals and have great players to help his playmaking ability improve. Tre Jones was seen as the 4th Duke star last year. He stayed for his sophomore season this year, surprising many, and hopes to win a championship. Personally, I don't get why he didn't go pro. He will never play with that amount of talent at the college level again. He had an opportunity to boost his stock by playing with 2 top 3 picks and then 10th overall pick in Cam Reddish. Jones' shooting is what holds him back, and his defense is what keeps him up. He's also a good playmaker, averaging 7.4 assists per game, along with his stellar 2 steals per game. His shooting really tanks his stock as he shoots 41% from field and 36.2% from 3, a drastic increase from his 26.2% from 3 last season. Jones is a big question mark. He has a great basketball mind growing up in a basketball family. His brother Tyus is a Memphis Grizzlies guard. If Tre can improve his offense and be a player that could put up double-doubles along with defense, he will certainly hold a spot in the league. He is currently projected the 38th overall pick to the Phoenix Suns, according to NBADraft.net, and I couldn't agree more. Phoenix would be the perfect fit, as they are likely to add a top prospect in the draft to throw alongside Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. Jones could spend 2 years learning behind Ricky Rubio and then make the jump to the starting lineup as Rubio's contract expires. The Suns could use his Jones defense to help take some pressure off Devin Booker and create some offense for him and Kelly Oubre. Tre Jones to Phoenix seems like a great fit. Marcus Howard is the man. He averaged over 20 points per game in each of his 3 last seasons at Marquette. He's a 5'11" senior from Arizona. Howard is projected to be an early second-round pick. He is someone that will ball out when given minutes, but will most likely fly under the radar if he has limited touches. His play style is similar to Trae Young with his deep shooting ability. The only difference is the 3 inches of height between the two, keeping Howard from being viewed as an elite prospect. Howard also seems similar to Isaiah Thomas, a guy of similar height who is an all-star caliber player in the right fit. With Howard likely to be an early second-round pick, he will likely fall to an organization in the middle of a rebuild. Why not use him as a star? Give him 35 minutes and let him take 20 to 30 shots. Why not even give him 40 minutes and let him take 30 to 40 shots during the summer league and maybe preseason games to see what you got? The kid is special. He flat out puts the ball through the hoop. I think Marcus Howard could be great, but only in the right situation. I fear he won't get the chance. I really hope he does. He's fun to watch, and if you're a struggling team, why not give him a chance and see what he's made of? Mamadi Diakite is my last and final sleeper pick. I really have no clue how his NBA career could go, but I just think he flies under the radar as all great Virginia players seem to do. He's not the best shooter, and he's a tad small for the power forward position, but he just seems to have that dogfight in him. He won't quit, he fights for every rebound, and is an excellent defender. He fits perfectly into Tony Bennett's system and reminds me a lot of Draymond Green and into a little of Montrezl Harrell. His numbers are very similar to Green's junior season at Michigan State, but Diakite has a lot better three-point shot. With more practice, Diakite could become a 3-and-D power forward, a rarity in the NBA. He seemed to have a strong work ethic that GMs love. He averages just over a steal and a block per game, 2 things that every team needs more of. He's projected to be a mid-second-round pick and seems like the perfect new toy for Greg Popovich. Diakite is everything Coach Pop would want and would definitely help the Spurs as they try to stay in the playoff hunt. I would love to see Mamadi in San Antonio. I think it would be a great fit for him. With everything said, these are all just my opinion and only 5 players. Every guy drafted and even undrafted can shine in the right situations with the right coaching staff and the right group of teammates. These things are often hard to predict because things happen, people get hurt, and coaches get fired. It's easy for me to sit here and speak my opinion, but it's up to the individuals to put in the work at the end. These 5 guys I picked out all seem like the type to put in the work. I really hope they have great careers and can make my predictions become accurate.